Hello there, I'm Sandy Anastasi, psychic channel, intuitive astrologer, and soul coach. And I'm here with my editorial video blog for August of 2022. My friends, this month, my editorial is about pathways, passages, and choices. As most of you are aware right now, our entire world is in a state of change, unlike anything that we've seen since most of us have been alive. If you listen to the mass media and most of the social networks, the sky is falling. Most of us will die or at least have our lives destroyed. And it will be a miracle if we don't starve to death. We might even have nuclear war. My friends, I choose not to listen to the mass media. And I rarely engage on the social networks unless I see something uplifting and heartfelt. I advise you to do the same. I choose myself to listen to my higher self, to my guides, and to my inner intuitive guidance, which we all have, instead. It has never let me down. I seek to support the forces of good as I seek direction from my own inner wisdom. What we are all really experiencing here on Earth right now, my friends, is a change of the old guard. The old is giving way to the new. As we evolve and grow, that experience is inevitable in the world as well as in our own lives. Your own personal choices will make growth easy, smooth, and rewarding, or difficult and fearsome. Change may be inevitable, but how you choose to move through it and master it is totally up to you. Many people don't realize that it's always in the midst of change that the most amazing opportunities present themselves. Again, it's up to you if you choose to act on those opportunities or not. Some people will be so closed-minded that they will not even see those special opportunities that the universe places right in front of them. If you are to see the whole picture, my friends, you have to give up trying to control the narrative. Think about that. What I mean is that each of us has evolved certain patterns of behavior and certain life expectations that cause us to always respond and react the same way we always have in certain situations, whenever they come up. These behavioral patterns get us into living our lives unconsciously. Those automatic responses make daily life easier, but in a crisis situation or when major life decisions are involved, they get in the way. When we step back from any situation and consciously change our point of view, and we step free of our automatic response system, a broader perspective immediately appears that gives us more and often better options. This is particularly evident when we are dealing with a problem in our lives that must be solved. It's typical for people to handle problem solving by falling back on their past experience when solving the same or a similar problem. But as soon as you fall back on a past response pattern, your focus narrows and excludes often obvious solutions that could be right in front of you right now. Consider for a moment that you may have locked yourself out of your home. This is an example. Your automatic response pattern may be to retrieve the spare key from its hidden place by the door. In the instance that the extra key isn't there, you may panic. Because your focus is so locked into an old pattern of behavior, you cannot see a bigger picture. You can't see other solutions. But as you mentally step back and observe the whole situation, you become aware of many options that just a moment before were closed to you. You may recall that the spare key that you have in your car is still there, or that your mom or your girlfriend has a key, or that you left your back door open and can just walk around the house, or that your husband or wife or roommate is due home in just a few moments and can open the door for you. In our life experience, right now, those of us who choose to see the bigger picture that gives us more and often better options are going to be the most successful as we move into the future. Because so many old patterns link into old things that no longer exist. New patterns, new options have to be explored. In a reading I did for a client recently, we talked about opportunity. My client didn't feel that she had many opportunities to improve her life. She kept waiting for them, but they didn't come. Meanwhile, her astrology chart that I was working with showed opportunities for growth and advancement all around her. There was an obvious distance between what she felt her reality to be and what I saw it should be, at least in her chart. After some discussion, it became obvious that she didn't know what she wanted in life. She was seeing those opportunities, but she wasn't taking them seriously because she didn't know what she wanted. So she didn't know that they were opportunities to lead her to the life she thought she wanted, but didn't even know she was thinking of. Does that sound like you? Are you that confused about what you want? This client's pattern of response was to follow someone else, you see, who was pursuing what they wanted and to support their journey. And she assumed that following the path someone else set for her would bring her happiness. Do you do that? Think about it. My client wasn't making any of her own choices, you see. She had no goals that reflected her own desires. She kept waiting for those opportunities for her own happiness and fulfillment to come. But they couldn't, because she wouldn't let them in. In focusing her energy on the fulfillment of everyone else's dreams, the opportunities that were there just for her couldn't manifest. When the options did appear, she couldn't even recognize them because her focus was not on her own dreams, her own desires, what she wanted to bring into her own reality. Her whole focus was on what other people told her she should want, and that was all for them. It was to make her a more valuable part of their world. If this sounds like you in any respect, it's time to get in touch with your own desires. Most of us come up with a list of things in our lives that we don't want when we're asked what we do want. Why is that? You see, that's not the same as getting in touch with our real personal goals and desires. So for the moment, ignore those things that you would change if you could. Just ignore them. Let them go. And focus instead on who and what you want in your life. The quality of the life that you want. What kinds of things do you want to do? What makes you feel good? What would you like to experience, to see, to have in your own life? Take a moment to make a list of that. Close your eyes and focus on each one of those things that you've listed and get a feel for how it feels. Do you see how freeing it is to focus on your own true desires, unburdened by those things that always make you feel pushed down and held back? It's universal law that your focused desires be fulfilled. Most of you know that. Most of you are like my client. You understand that concept, and so you wonder why opportunities to fill your desires aren't coming. The universe cannot fill conflicting desires that cancel each other out. It can't be fulfilling what you don't want and what you do want at the same time. It only hears want, one word. It brings it all, and it's all conflicting, and so it cannot come. If you are only supporting someone else's life journey, not only do your own opportunities not come, but if you're inwardly wanting something different than them, you might be canceling out their opportunities as well. Why can't you and your partner both get what you individually want, and why can't it be different? I don't see a problem with that. If you're following a path in life that someone else has set for you and that does not reflect your own true desires, again, opportunities can't come because you're not really on your own journey, are you? When you are consciously on the path of your own desire and willing to see the big picture, no longer locked into unconscious patterns of behavior, the obstacles in your life will fall away, and your path forward will be filled with constant opportunity. It becomes a joyous life experience. Your biggest struggle then will be to choose which opportunities you want to pursue first. My friends, we live in a time of great change and also of great opportunity. Seeking your own opportunities requires first that you define your own desires and the path in life that you want to follow. Provided that you're not conflicted, as soon as you do that, the opportunities that you seek will begin to come your way. Use your feelings to guide you to the options that will be the most rewarding. If something feels bad or tiring or uninteresting, well, pass that option up. The options that lead you towards your life goal will always feel happy and uplifting. They'll be exciting. Or at the least, even if you're really blocked and moving through those blocks slowly, the correct opportunities for you will bring a sense of relief with them. One step forward at a time. A little more relieved each time you make a choice, with each step, until finally you're back on the path you were meant to be on. Those are my thoughts for this wonderful month of August 2022. Thank you so much for staying and listening to the end or reading to the end. I'll be back next month with another editorial video blog. Meanwhile, you can visit me on my website. I'm at www.sandyanastasi.com. I have a free newsletter, so you can receive these editorials in your inbox monthly. I also have a free psychic hour that I do each month that you might want to check out. It's so much fun. Again, thank you. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.